Unfortunately, one of our soldiers was killed with a spear by one of illegals, and our parliament passed the law that we can use live bullets now. So if you want to come to Poland, you will be killed.
This is a statement from Dominik Tarczyński, a member of the European Parliament for Poland. He's known for his very strong stance on illegal immigration, often sparking controversy for his blunt and unapologetic approach. In his time as an MEP, Tarczyński has been one of the most vocal critics of what he calls European overreach. Tarczyński believes that each country should have the right to control its borders and decide who is allowed entry without interference from the European Union. He has held his ground against illegal immigration, especially against Muslims and Africans. Come to think of it, there are over 57 Islamic countries in the world, but they find a way to leave those regions because their leaders are tyrants. They flee to Europe in the guise of an asylum seeker, and once they arrive in Europe, many of these asylum seekers and illegal migrants attempt to impose the same rules, customs, and ideologies they fled from. It's a paradox. They escape oppressive regimes in their countries, yet bring the very principles that created their hardship into the societies that offered them refuge. Just take a look at the UK. They've literally shipped increased crime rates into their countries themselves. The average youth in the UK is a roadman, armed with a knife and other deadly weapons they use to harm the real citizens of the country. And as we all know, it's always the same perpetrators behind these crimes. Congratulations to the Polish people for picking leaders who care about the country. Poland knows the difference between a migrant and an invader, something they have to teach the UK, USA, and other European countries like Germany. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a big difference between helping genuine refugees and letting your borders be overrun by those who have no intention of integrating. Poland's government sees through this thin veil. They don't bow to political correctness. They prioritize the safety and future of their people above all else. And that's something that other countries could learn from. While nations like the UK, Germany, and France continue to deal with the consequences of unchecked immigration, rising crime, no-go zones, and a struggling welfare system, Poland has been a beacon of how to defend your borders without apology. They understand that their duty is to their citizens first. Now, here's the truth. If countries don't start taking a tougher stance, just like Poland, they'll lose control over their own borders and eventually their identity. However, even with Poland's strong stance on protecting its borders, there are still instances where illegal migrants manage to slip through the cracks. Take a look at this footage, where an immigrant in Poland openly disregards the law and creates chaos in a public space. This isn't just a one-off situation. In cities across Europe, scenes like this are becoming far too common. Migrants who enter illegally or under false pretenses often show no respect for the rules or customs of the countries that have welcomed them. And what happens next? These actions sow division within communities, erode public trust, and create a sense of fear and uncertainty among the citizens. What's even worse, it's not just about one individual. It's a pattern seen over and over again. People come to Europe seeking asylum, but instead of contributing positively to their new home, some bring lawlessness and disorder, making it harder for genuine refugees to find safety and build better lives. The Polish government understands that one bad apple can spoil the bunch, which is why they remain vigilant. They're not just protecting their borders, they're protecting their values, their culture, and the future of their country. While other nations turn a blind eye to these incidents, Poland refuses to let its streets become a haven for lawlessness. It's this kind of resolve that makes them a model for the rest of Europe. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think other European countries should follow Poland's example and take a tougher stance on illegal immigration? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future updates and discussions about critical issues like this.